Lately, back with another video, and this is the Housewives of Potomac season 4, and this episode is Showdown at the Hoedown. So the show opens up with Giselle and Robin meeting up to look at cabinets and light fixtures and stoves because Giselle's offer on the house was accepted. So she is ready to move forward and start the renovations. She's hoping that everything can be completed. The main stuff could be completed in the next 4 to 6 months. And things as such of additions and extras would take place later on as they go along and move in. Robin believes that Giselle needs to be a little more realistic as they flash back showing her all the things that she is going through. And her home is the home she's trying to fix up is actually way smaller than Giselle's. Robin let Giselle know that Katie has invited them to an event at her house on the farm. It's going to be a hoedown, so they are excited to check that out. They did discuss Michael's situation. Robin is thinking things could have been handled a little better. Giselle, they said she will apologize for her actions, which she believes she only was involved 4%. She's only taking 4% of the blame. So from there it goes on to Candace. Candace meets up with Chris. She, discussed pretty much, how, her and her mom counseling session went. Chris says Candace's behavior is similar to her mom when him and her have arguments or disagreements. Candace did not like that. And she said that Chris needs to not use her mom as an example of what they're doing. Candace storms out. She wants to leave Chris one letter. He said, he's trying to be a good husband and support her and try to help her, map this out. And all she wants to do is not take ownership of her actions, of her involvement. He feels like she's not pretty much paying attention and she gets too emotional. So with that in mind, she gets upset and she pulls off. Next, we go to Karen and Ray. They are on another outing, doing another activity. Like I said, once, Karen had that meeting with the medium, she's all about living life like it's golden. So their activity day was to ride on a motorcycle, get some lessons. Karen grew up riding on dirt bikes because she's a farmer's daughter. She grew up on a farm, so she wants to expand that into learning about motorcycles. At first, Ray was going to get on and ride, but that apparently Uncle Ben, it didn't work out for Uncle Ben to be riding on the back with her, so she decided to ride by herself. At first, she was nervous to pull off and get going, but after a while she got comfortable and she was rolling around the parking lot, and from there she's saying she feel like this is gonna probably lead her into trying to get a motorcycle license. Ashley meets up with Monique. Monique is shopping for the new baby. She says because she doesn't know what she's having, she usually buy like one boy outfit, like a couple of boy outfits, a couple of girl outfits, and she take them to the hospital, and whatever pops out, that's what she use. She says she is, happy to share her journey with Ashley, and pretty much, hope that Ashley will get there and becoming a mother. They discuss, they brought up Ashley's show, and Monique, was apologetic for not being there, and Ashley said no, she knew she was there in spirit. And so she said, but you had your other friends there, Giselle and Robin. She said, are you and Robin, are still friends? Ashley felt like that, for Robin and Giselle to bring that situation up, knowing that Candace and knowing that Ashley and Candace was having the back and forth blow up debacle, it was, poor timing, because even Robin and Giselle was saying, maybe we should have pulled Ashley to the side and had to talk. She felt like it was a move to kick her down even lower than what she was already at, being dragged and yelled at and threatened by Candace. 2 days later, it shows 2 days later, the news of Michael's allegations have surfaced social media and the world. They're showing the girls looking at the article, talking amongst each other, and they're showing different clips of the Wendy Williams show, which she highlights Michael's allegations. Apparently, Michael supposedly had grabbed a cameraman's butt. That supposed to have happened at Monique's rainbow party. There was a report that was filed, and they were saying that Michael can potentially face up to 11 years. So they were saying it was a criminal case. Ashley and Katie are out shopping for the hoedown. Giselle calls Ashley. She was very nonchalant talking to Giselle. I guess Ashley didn't know that things had taken to social media and internet and all that good stuff, because she was saying, yes, we know there's there was a fouling, there was charges, but Ashley said in her confessions, although she was acting real nonchalant and real lighthearted with Giselle being on the phone, she said in her confessionals that she actually had a breakdown and she cried when she got the news. She said that, a report has been filed and they're going to move forward with whatever they have to do. And Giselle said, well, okay, I was just calling to be a friend and let me know if you need anything. Ashley said that the thing about this, it's like just such perfect timing, because how this incident happened with the blow up with Candace, with the mention of what Michael said about, person's private part. She said it's just ironic how all this hits at the same time. Candace goes to visit Monique, and Candace said whenever she's at Monique's house, she feel like she's at home. The kids, they run to the door, Miss Candace. So obviously they, used to Candace being around. They have a relationship and they hug her and love on her. Monique said that her doctor is pretty much telling her that the baby is going to probably come out around Thanksgiving. And she said that is alerting her that she needs to go ahead and get some things together. So she was in a process of putting together the bassinet, which is really unique. It's like shaped in like a stork's nest type of contraction, but it's really cute. So she was putting that together. She said they got to bring the baby bed up, and she said, this is her third baby. It's not like, she needs for anything, because she has pretty much done this before. Monique wanted to see how Candace was doing, because feeling senses the altercation. Monique told Candace that she was not acting like a grown woman who had control in her home, that she was acting like a kid that had a temper tantrum. Monique was not, feeling it. And Monique said she probably needs to stop, bringing up her mom. She needs to stop maybe talking about situations, because it's just triggering bad emotions. And Candace says she should have the right to, talk about whatever she's talking about. But it is the truth. The truth is, Candace's mother, whenever there's a discussion or mention of anything, it is bringing out the worst in Candace. And Monique is just saying, maybe you should just stop talking about it. Work your situation out. However, maybe just stop talking about it because it's just, you know, garnering evil vibes. It's the day of the hold down, and surprisingly, Robin is the first to arrive. So she's helping Katie, finalize last minute plans. Monique and Karen roll together. Giselle and Ashley roll together. Giselle apologized for her actions and her involvement with, the situation at the dinner the other night. Ashley said she is not surprised about Giselle's involvement because that's what Giselle does. She's known for stirring the pot. Giselle asked Ashley if she's okay. Ashley was saying that she's fine. She feels like it brought her and Michael closer together, but due to legal reasons, she cannot bring anything up. But she said they are stronger than ever. So Robin, Monique, Candace, and Karen had arrived. They're standing around talking, taking interviews, saying what's going to happen for the day. They get on the discussion of Ashley. She, how is this going to work? Do you think she's going to talk about it? What people's views are. And as they're talking about Ashley, they are pulling up. Ashley and Giselle are pulling up. Robin, first thing first, she does is apologize to Ashley, saying she was not trying to be mean and malicious in any type of way. The girls are playing games. They having a good time. It's a good old-fashioned barnyard hold down situations. We get to see Katie's boyfriend. He looks real country boyish. He got a big beard and he's really got that country vibe going. The girls toast to have peace and positive vibes, and that leads them to dinner. Candace apologized for her actions. Giselle said, you really don't have to apologize for me. You really need to apologize, to, Ashley. Ashley addressed that there is an elephant in the room, and she's, says she will address it. And she knows, everybody's been talking and have their own conversations about Michael. But, all she wants them to do is just simply keep them, for them to keep her and Michael in their prayers. Once again, she brings up due to legal issues, she cannot, address anything but just pray for them. So Karen says she knows how Ashley feels because, she was going with the debacle with Ray, but Ashley's like, she feel like Karen threw shade because at one point she's hugging her and encouraging her, but then once she leaves out, she's throwing shade, saying she need to go home, do this, and, Michael is this, that, and the third. So she feels like that Karen's not being genuine. It was mentioned that, they should just go ahead and everybody should just let things go. Candace says she, when it comes down to Ashley, she feels like, she's just offering her opinion, not trying to judge the girl. But, the girls are feeling like it's just not necessary, Monique in particular. So that leaves Candace and Monique in the back and forth. She was saying she feel like she needs to grow up and be mature and, do things differently. They kept saying, let's move on. Then Karen and Ashley goes into a back and forth debacle. And Karen says, clank, clank, tell Michael not to drop the soap. So that was a hit below the belt. Candace says she feels like Monique is sticking up for Ashley, whereas what they claim she's doing to Ashley actually done to Monique. And then, Monique saying, karma is real. She mentioned that early in the episode that karma is, real, and it comes back to hunt you. And, Monique said she's just really not taking any sides. She just, want her to go about things differently. Mo said she was gonna drag Candace, pregnant and all. Monique then goes to apologize to Candace and says she's just tired. Monique then goes and apologizes to Candace. Candace goes off and she says she's just tired. She's tired of the fighting with her mother. She's tired of the fight with Chris. She's tired with the fight of the girl. She's just tired and she just wants to get to a better place. And that pretty much sums up this episode. It was pretty decent. I guess they're gonna just move right along and we'll see what happens next week. So, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for your support. I'm like not in makeup, laid back, chill today. I just got back from Dallas early, like wee hours of this morning, from attending my family reunion. So today was just like one of those, I'm not leaving the house. I'm not, going anywhere type of days. Even though I was invited to a picnic cookout on the beach, I just had to stay and get my rest because like I didn't go to bed till like close to 5 in the morning, and yeah, so I'm just trying to rest back up because I go back to work, hit the ground running. I'm actually in a new office at my job. I got to unpack, and in the middle of that, still do orientation. Tomorrow's the last orientation for the freshmen, well, the 2 full-day freshmen. We have a makeup freshman orientation, but that's not till next month. I got a few weeks till that, but that's the last freshman orientation 2 there. And then we got transfer day. I got to figure this office space out because it's a tad bit smaller. It's not really smaller than my last space, but it's a little bit smaller. So I might not be needing all my little office decor attachments and all that things to, add to the office. But we shall see. But one thing, I do have to get the desk ready because I am seeing students on Tuesday. So yeah, that is it. That's all. I'm blabbing. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace out. Have a good evening.